Welcome to this weekend's trivia quiz. Today's quiz has 10 rounds of 5 questions each. You'll have 10 seconds to answer each question, or pause if you want more time. Coming up: Swedish bands, vegetables, Tom Who, elements, prime ministers, horses, repeated words, European cities, oh baby, mammals. Grab a pen and paper to keep your score, and let's get started. Here we go. Round 1, Swedish bands. Name these 5 bands that originated in Sweden. Which Swedish band won the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest? That was ABBA. Which Swedish band released the 1989 song, The Look? That was Roxette. Which Swedish band sang the 1996 song, Loveful? That was The Cardigans. Which Swedish band released the 1986 song, The Final Countdown? That was Europe. And finally, which Swedish band sang the 1993 song, The Sign? That was Ace of Base. Round 2, vegetables. Unscramble the letters to find 5 vegetables. That's a mixed-up onion. That's kale. That's a scrambled radish. That's sweet potato. And finally, that's cauliflower. Round 3, Tom Who. Name these well-known people called Tom. Which Tom played the title character in the Disney Plus series Loki? That's Tom Hiddleston. Which Tom is a Welsh singer who released the 1965 song, It's Not Unusual? That's Tom Jones. Which Tom starred in the TV series Magnum P.I.? That was Tom Selleck. Which Tom is the lead singer of Radiohead? That's Tom York. And finally for this round, which Tom was an American writer whose first published novel was The Hunt for Red October? That was Tom Clancy. Round 4. Elements. Identify these elements from the periodic table. Which element has atomic number 1 and symbol H? That's hydrogen. Which element has atomic number 30 and symbol Zn? That's zinc. Which element has atomic number 92 and symbol U? That's uranium. Which element has atomic number 74 and symbol W? That's tungsten. And finally, which element has atomic number 98 and symbol Cf? That's californium. Round 5. Prime Ministers. Name these 5 British Prime Ministers. That's Winston Churchill. That's Tony Blair. That's Theresa May. That's Harold Macmillan. And finally, that's Rishi Sunak. Round 6. Horses. Name these 5 fictional screen horses. That's Black Beauty. That's the Lone Ranger and his horse, Silver. From The Lord of the Rings, that's Shadowfax. That's Roy Rogers and his Palomino horse, Trigger. And finally, from the film National Velvet, that's the pie. Round 7. Repeated words. 5 trivia questions where the answer is the same word twice. What repeated word is the name of Barney and Betty's son in the Flintstones? That's Bam Bam. What repeated word is a 1966 song by the Mammals and the Puppers? That's Monday Monday. What repeated word describes something that is neither good nor bad? That's so-so. What repeated word was a British band who released the songs It's My Life and Life's What You Make It? That was Talk Talk. And finally for this round, what repeated word is a small nocturnal forest-dwelling primate native to Madagascar? That's an I. Round 8. European cities. Identify 5 cities in Europe from their famous landmarks. That's the famous Leaning Tower in the Italian city of Pisa. That's the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. That's St. Paul's Cathedral and the Millennium Bridge in London. That's the unfinished Sagrada Familia Church in Barcelona. And finally, that's the Charles Bridge in Prague. Round 9. Oh baby. 5 trivia questions where all the answers contain the word baby. Which baby was the 1998 debut single by Britney Spears? That was Baby One More Time. Which baby is a collective term for the generation of people born from 1946 to 1964? That's baby boomers. Which Baby is a 2004 film directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Hilary Swank? That's Million Dollar Baby. Which Baby is the name of a stuffed toy launched in the 1980s by Tie Inc.? That's a Beanie Baby. And finally for this round, which Baby is a 1968 psychological horror film starring Mia Farrow in the title role? That's Rosemary's Baby. Round 10. Mammals. Identify these 5 species of mammal. That's a raccoon. That's a meerkat. Those are Arctic foxes. Those are beavers. And finally for today's quiz, the first animal in the alphabet, that's an aardvark. That's it for today's quiz. Thanks for watching. How did you do? Scan the QR code or click the link to subscribe. And here's another quiz to watch right now. Hope to see you next time.